Alright. Hey everybody, this is your boy Joe Parmer123. I know I said I was going to start posting more videos. I've been going through a lot lately, depression and everything else. Fighting to do stuff around my place here. You're kind of getting a somewhat sneak peek at my game room setup, my Nintendo TV of course. I thought, well, let's just get right into this. I've gotten a few things. I got a bunch of videos that I'm getting ready to work on. Couple things that I'm gonna talk about in this video is don't forget that it's perfectly fine to reach out to somebody. We're not alone, whether we feel it or not. We're definitely not alone. So reach out to somebody if you're feeling down on your luck and everything else. But other than that, one of the things I finally got for the collection I've been after for a very long time was, it's not in the best condition, but Mike Tyson letter. I don't know how well you can see this here, but definitely a bunch of writing on it. Some brown staining and stuff on it, but outside of that, not too bad. I definitely been looking for one of these for a while to add to the collection, or to my box copy I should say. Then another thing that I have recently acquired was a box copy of Batman Returns on the NES. It is missing the manual, but the box and the game is in pretty decent shape. I got this plus a Nintendo TV controller, one out of the two that I need for it. And as you can see here, it says the game television here. It is definitely, I still need to find one more to complete my TV minus the owner's manual, which that doesn't mean anything. I traded my spare TV remote for both of these. So I was very happy to acquire these for my collection. And then the rest of the stuff that I'm going to show in the video, I acquired from an amazing friend I made through Dart League, Sarah. I really appreciate, her hooking me up the way she did with this stuff. So let's get right into this here. That don't belong in there. Alright, we have, these are mostly Wii, GameCube, and some DS games, so let's get right into this. I believe most of these should be complete. We have Super Mario Galaxy. I have Wii Play, Rayman Raving Rabbids 2. Some of these games I've played, some of these I have not. Punch Out, Super Mario Galaxy, which this right here is, I believe, is a coin. Yep, the coin. This was kind of neat to find this, and it's got the commemorative launch coin. So this is definitely a piece that'll stay in my collection, I think. I have not pulled the coin out of the tray to look at it better, but that's alright. Then we got Raving Rabbids, the first one, which, let's get these organized. That's a good thing to do when making videos, try to keep it organized. Mario Kart Wii, Metroid Other M. I was real happy to get these Metroid games. Metroid Prime Corruption, WarioWare Smooth Moves, GoldenEye, This one was kind of unique, a steelbook for Metroid Prime Trilogy. I was definitely happy to get that with the dust sleeve still on it. The steelbook is actually pretty legit, especially since it blends into the clear cover of the front of this. Then it gives you the information on the back of the cover, slip cover. Then Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And then we got The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Then getting into the GameCube game, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which I do have a spare strategy guide, which will go with that. 2-game bonus disc. It only has the one in here, or maybe it's both on there, I don't know. Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest for the GameCube. We have Metroid Prime for the GameCube complete. And then we get over here. She had this in there as well. This is in between the GameCube games. It was I believe this is the map for the original. Yep, the original Legend of Zelda. So this was kind of a highlight to find that tucked in there. And then we got NBA Streets. Then I believe these are complete as well. Nope, that one's missing it. So one of these is not complete, which would be Ninja Gaiden. But then you got Brain Age, Final Fantasy, and then we got Brain Age 2, Final Fantasy XII, Reverent Wings. This is definitely a couple games I didn't have. And then I got a disc-only copy of Super Monkey Ball Blitz for the original Wii. Then she gave me some original spare manuals, which I didn't necessarily need, but it's always good to have when you're got an extra system or something that you just need some manuals for. So that's definitely always a good thing, I suppose. Then and then to get into the next batch of stuff that I had gotten from her, let's see. Which all of this was actually kind of a surprise when she reached out to me about it. So I mean, that's definitely a good thing in my opinion. The next big batch of games that I'm going to show here are PC games, which I didn't pay, I don't think, but very little for them, and I think she still got a bunch more for me. Dungeon Lords. I really didn't need these, but it was kind of cool to find them. You got EverQuest. We got Civilization Play of Worlds. Special Edition Civilization IV, which has this nice little slip case. There is, what's this one? Monkey Island, The Curse of Monkey Island. That was kind of cool. Madden 03 on the computer. Grand Theft Auto 3 I was happy to get. High Heat 2003. So I'm guessing most of these games are going to be from around that time period. We got Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. Sins of a Solar Empire Real-Time Strategy Unveiled Scalo for Windows XP, I'm guessing, because the Windows logo. That's always nice how you can figure out the time period of certain things. Then I got Crisis. Poster included. I don't think the poster's there. Then you got this Crisis, which goes with it. Madden 06, which is kind of a big jump from 03. And then we got Monopoly. Always a good thing. And then I got 3 boxes for Doom 3. And one of these is, I think, the display box. And then, yeah, so you pre-ordered it, then you got the figure with it, and then the computer games in there. And then the things that I was happy to get my hands on, which I think most vintage collectors go after, the really big boxes. Like, if you hold it to your face, it's that big. This one was for Gold Edition Majesty. So I'm guessing it's like kind of like a Civilization game. You got Monopoly Tycoon, and this one's kind of cool. Jeopardy 2nd Edition with the late great Alex Trebek. May he rest in peace. I don't think anybody will be quite as amazing as he was with the show. But with that being said, let me get into these, put these away real quick. I still don't know what I'm going to do with most of these PC games yet. I'm not like a hardcore PC collector, but I might find room in my PC totes for them. I mean, why not? Alright. That, but I know it's kind of weird to watch somebody go through the stuff and then actually try to somewhat organize it while putting it away, because I feel it makes it easier when you go back to grab it later. And then last but not least, in this big box, I'll stand up for this. Some of these I'll keep, some of these I won't. I know, I don't know where I put them, but there's 2 NES games I didn't need, which were Monopoly and then another thing, but I did keep this case. Nintendo warning, you will be charged $1 if instruction booklet is not returned. Thank you. So that's kind of a neat sticker, but I got for the PS3 Resistance Fall of Man game and manual only in the original case. Then I got Final Fantasy IX, which I believe this one is the only one that's missing a manual. And that, but definitely some games that I needed for my collection. And then these are going to be mostly all PS3. This one's sealed, Warhawk. It's not for resale, so I believe it came with some sort of a controller. I gotta do some more research again on it because I forgot. And then with these, we have Eternal Sonata. That is complete. We got Devil May Cry 4 complete, Metal Gear Solid 4. I still have never beat the first Metal Gear Solid on the NES or the one on the original PlayStation, but that's one of my goals this year, is to try to beat all the Metal Gear Solids. We got Resistance 2. And most of the Final Fantasy games I got, like half of them I needed, the other half I didn't need, so I'm selling them to a friend. Final Fantasy XIII. Dark Kingdom. Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Vikings Battle of Asgard, which I do love it when they give you like the shiny covers. Madden 09, NCAA 08, which, like sports games, dime a dozen. Then I got Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X2, which I believe those were duplicates. I've got Final Fantasy VIII complete, then Final Fantasy VII complete, and then we have Final Fantasy Collection Package, Final Fantasy Anthology, which was complete, which that's one I definitely needed. I also needed the Final Fantasy Chronicles with Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger, the double pack. That's something I got because I was really excited to see it because it's something you don't see too often where I live. And then you got Xenogears, or however you pronounce it. It is complete. That is one that I definitely needed for sure. And then I got this sealed demo disc for Dragon Quest VIII. All the tabs here are still sealed. I'll probably never open it, just because it's kind of a neat little thing to keep sealed. And then I've got 3 PSP games here. I believe Final Fantasy Tactics is the only one. Well, I guess that one is complete. I must have found the manual. But Final Fantasy Tactics for the PSP, God of War for the PSP, and then we have Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles for the PSP. And then we got some Super Nintendo games here that we'll get right into. NBA Live 96. We have NBA Live 97. NHL 97. Tecmo Bowl 3. And then we got, what's this? Ken Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball, which that's a game that I vaguely remember playing growing up. I've got NBA Live 2000. I've got Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy 3, which that's something I needed. This was a good game that I had been after. I've seen a lot of good gameplay of it for years. Heart of Darkness. Ironically, anytime I hear that name, I think of a local haunted house that we have here where I'm from. And then we got, I've got one more PS2 game, Twisted Metal 3. And then I've got, I think this came with a PSP, whatever, Star Wars Battlefront Rogue Squadron. That's in this little slip cover. That was kind of different, something that I haven't acquired yet. So that was definitely a nice little addition. And then let's see here. I've got some PS2 games in here. More PS2. Gran Turismo 3. I needed that for the series. Exana Saga. Episode 1. Definitely a very popular series. Not a cheap series to complete from what I've noticed. Then we got Romance, the Three Kingdoms, VII. And then we've got Kingdom Hearts, the Greatest Hits Edition, which I believe I already have this one. But mine might be missing the manual. I haven't checked for a while since I'm just now starting to go through more stuff since I've resetting up this whole Nerd Cave game room in my basement. I know I'm going to plan on doing a room tour when I get it a little more organized. But as of everything else going on, I've been acquiring a few things here and there. I'm still planning on doing some reviews of some toys that I have and stuff like that. But overall, I'd say I've been trying to get back into playing some games. I know for my birthday I planned on picking up the new Dead Island 2 game. I want to get the collector's edition and stuff. But probably by the time I post this video, it's going to be months after it's been released. So other than that, yeah, I've got some other things in the works. Stuff I might have talked about in the last video, but I need to get this trade worked out for this store display that I'm doing. Or 2 store displays I'm picking up here soon. So we'll see how that goes. And And if everything works out, hopefully my next video will be a lot cooler than this with some of the stuff. I really hope you guys enjoy, because I just did a massive, oh, I know it'll be cooler than this because I did a massive purchase from a friend of a bunch of stuff from his childhood. Some stuff he sold out from underneath me, not thinking I would want it, but when you see it, you will, I think, like what I picked up. And I may or may not tell you what I paid for it all. Just depends. But alright, well, thanks for tuning in, and catch you all on the next video.